In this lesson, we're going to read about the human guinea pigs. I've included a picture of a guinea pig and a picture of a human. This is an advanced news lesson, and it's written by Chris Cotter. I'm Dr. Priscilla. All right, so if you could read for me, read the article for me.
Okay, sure. Human guinea pig. Every day prescribed by a doctor requires
this word is drug.
Drug.
Every drug.
Sorry. Every drug prescribed by a doctor requires a long journey from the laboratory to your medicine cabinet. All in all, it takes about 12 years, and there exists but a marginal chance that the experimental drugs will be approved. Approximately a 1 to 5,000 chance. As may be expected, there are many stages during this lengthy process, one of which is the initial clinical trial.
Okay, in paragraph 1, are there any vocabulary words that you don't understand?
Yeah, marginal.
Okay, the word marginal means a small, or means small. So in this case, a small chance. It's a small chance of approval. That's what it means. The word marginal is small, so there's a small chance of approval. All right?
Yeah, okay, thank you. Enters a professional guinea pig for people who sell their bodies for drug research. During these clinical trials, a small number of perfectly healthy people take the newly developed drug for the first time. And this allows the
pharmaceutical
companies to identify safe dosage and any possible side effects. The pay is substantial, as volunteers can earn several $1,000s in just a few weeks. And of course, with an increased number of procedures and risks, the potential to earn more money also increases.
Yeah.
Okay. So the pay is substantial. Substantial is, it means it's important, or it's
yes, it could be important, but in this case, in this article, it means that it is large.
Oh, okay.
It's a large amount. Okay, so a large or substantial amount of money is what they're talking about in this paragraph. And a large amount of money is given or paid to volunteers. Okay, so that's what that means.
And with an increased number of procedures and drugs, the potential to earn more money also increases. The potential, I see this word a lot. Potential.
Okay. Potential, it means the possibility. Potential means the possibility or an opportunity. And in this case, where is potential? And the potential to earn the opportunity or potential to earn money instead of working at a job. Okay, so that's what it means.
Okay, thank you. Some people become human guinea pigs because they can't find alternative work, and perhaps they have a history of incarceration.
'Incarceration.' 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 'Incar
A few test subjects just can't find gainful employment because of a somewhat sluggish economy, and others are lured by easy money without much of that time commitment, and thus they can pursue other interests.
Okay.
Incarceration.
Okay. People that are incarcerated are people who have been in jail.
Oh, okay. Not been in jail. Okay. This is a new word. Incarceration. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
A few test subjects just can't find gainful employment because of gainful, is it something like they gain something,
Mm-hmm.
they got something?
It's the opportunity to obtain something.
Okay.
So in this case, many people need to find gainful employment for pay. However, if they are not able to find a job, the opportunity to get gainful money will be by volunteering in this type of program. Okay, so this is what it means.
Because of a somewhat sluggish.
Okay.
Sluggish is mean like
slow and unable to move.
Okay, slow.
Like a snail. Okay, so the word sluggish equals slow in movement or not doing something easily or quickly. And in this case, when the economy is sluggish or slow, people are not able to get a good job or have gainful employment opportunities. Okay, so there we have our sluggish. And again, I use the word gainful.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever the reason for shifting jobs, the possibility of severe complications or even death should not be discounted. There exists an inherent risk because no one exactly knows how the human body will react to the new drug, even if the risk is minimized as much as possible. In 2016, for example, 5 volunteers were hospitalized and 1 volunteer died during clinical trials in France.
Okay. Is there a vocabulary word that you did not know?
No, inherent, it means like
it means to be within. Hold on. Inherent. Equals to be included. For example, it's inherent for you to study if you want to be fluent in English. To be included in a process. An example, everything that we do that is done has inherent risk. Okay, for example, when you went in to get the bug in the room where your daughter was, if you left her in there to do it herself, there is the inherent risk that she would get hurt. She might climb up on her dresser and fall off. So it's better to go and see what she's doing. So there's inherent risk in everything that we do. It's a part of it. If you're cooking a cake and you leave it in the oven too long, inherently it will probably burn and you'll have to toss it out. So inherent is something that is inclusive. If I take medicine for my headache, the medicine has something inherent in the pill that will lessen the pain of my headache. Do you understand?
Yes, so it has so many meanings, right?
Well, it just means that it's something included in the result. If you go down the road speeding, driving 100 miles per hour, there is an inherent risk that you're going to have an accident.
Oh, okay.
All right, so let me see if you can tell me what the inherent risk is. If your arm, if you cut off one of your fingers and you're bleeding, what is the inherent risk if you don't go to the doctor?
I will bleed to death.
You could bleed to death. If you get shot and you don't go to the doctor, the inherent risk is that you could bleed to death. So you see, it's something that is inclusive in an action. Something has happened, and if something isn't done, there is. Still there? Can you hear me? Okay, it says that my microphone has changed. Can you hear me now? Are you able to hear me?
Hello?
Let's see. I can hear
Hello?
you, but you can't hear me. Is that right? Yes or no? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay, please speak. I can hear you. I can hear you. Okay, I will just stop the video because I'm not able to hear you.
Hello?
All right, I'm going to stop the video. Recording. All right, so we were talking about the vocabulary words, and to help you better understand, I put them in blue.
Oh, that's nice. So I can keep this folder, right? Or this file, right?
Yes.
Oh, perfect.
Okay. Oh, well, you were not seeing me do this earlier?
No.
All right.
I heard your fingers like tapping on the keyboard, but I couldn't see anything.
Okay, so that I was thinking that you were seeing this. Okay,
Yeah.
well, perfect. All right, hopefully it will come out correctly. All right, so here we have the vocabulary words that you asked about. And so now we were talking about being a guinea pig. Would you ever consider being a guinea pig for anything? Or have you ever been a guinea pig for anything?
No, I haven't. No.
Would you consider being would you ever consider being a guinea pig for something?
No, never.
What do you think about people that do this? As we understand, sometimes people are going to do this because it's very difficult for them to find a job.
Yeah, it's. I feel sad for them because it's very sad that they can put themselves in this risky situation
Mhm.
just for money.
but it benefits society. I would not want to try an experimental drug and not know what the side effects would be. Although people do, for cancer research, some people participate in experimental drug tests because they know they're going to die. And this might very well be a cure. So they will participate in an experimental drug.
Yes, this one I can do if I had already the disease or the cancer or whatever it is. Yeah, I would do that.
Okay, so it sounds like you're saying you would not do it for money. You would not be doing it to just get money.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
You know, it's of course it's an easy way to have money, but when I think about that, I have kids and it's very risky, and I can lose my life.
Mm-hmm.
It's no, I never.
Yeah, I think I would be a little hesitant to do it for money. If it was to save my life or one of my children's lives or someone that I love, yes, I would do it. But keep in mind, it would not be for the money that I would actually do this thing.
Yeah, because when you think about the money goes, right? You know, you can lose it anywhere. You spend it in your so if you will lose your life, or you, for example, if you have a very bad effect from this medicine,
Mm-hmm.
you can't enjoy the life.
Right.
With the money, I mean.
There was, according to this article, in one study that was done, one of the persons that participated did die in 2016. One of 5 volunteers in the last paragraph. One of 5 volunteers were hospitalized, and one of the participants actually died.
Yeah.
So that to me is very, very sad that someone actually died because they were participating. This is a clinic in France. But because this person did die, we are now better off knowing something that we did not know about that medicine.
Right.
Let's try and change our conversation now and use the vocabulary words that we've learned today. Prescribed, marginal, substantial, procedures. We're going to try and use these vocabulary words in our conversation. And I'll put them down here. Marginal, prescribed, procedures. Are there any procedures that you do at work or on your job that is routine? We're just using the vocabulary words, not so much that it relates to this article, but trying to use these vocabulary words.
Okay.
Alternative. Are there any procedures that you use on a daily basis?
Yes, I do in my work, yes.
Okay, so you would say, in my work, there are several procedures that I use, and I want you to try to use these words as they become a part of your working vocabulary.
Okay. Should I start?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. In my work, I do many procedures every day.
Okay, such as?
Yes, such as first I have to check my email to see if I have any emails from the engineers to start making the budget estimates.
Mm-hmm.
The second thing I have to do, the second procedure I have to do is to check the job box. No, the jobs box
Mm-hmm.
has all the jobs that the company I work in they are doing. And then I have to post these jobs with their numbers and the description on the system.
Okay, so are there any inherent problems that you see with the procedures that you do on a daily basis? For example, an inherent problem could be if you don't log something in, someone may not get an order. So
Yes,
or
yes. Yes, there are some inherent, what should I say, procedures or what?
okay, inherent problems.
Oh yeah, sometimes there are some inherent problems if I don't put the right job numbers to the right company, to
Mhm,
to the company.
mhm.
And there um, and each job could have alternative PO number.
Okay, so each job can have a what?
Alternative PO number, like
Okay, an alternative CO number.
oh yeah, PO number.
Okay, so these alternative CO numbers are prescribed by whom? Are they prescribed by the computer or are they prescribed? And in this case, the word prescribed means generated. Are
Oh,
these
generate,
alternative, are
yeah,
these alternative numbers prescribed by the computer,
the engineers.
by the engineer?
Yes,
So,
right, the engineers.
so tell it to me again, the prescribed numbers or the numbers are prescribed by the engineers. Okay.
Oh, okay. The each job has alternative numbers or PO numbers,
Mhm.
and these numbers are prescribed by the engineers.
I see. This product or these numbers or whatever it is that you're doing, does it go or does it come with some type of discount as if it is reduced in price if something is purchased by a certain date? Or
Yes. So, some company, we have to give them discount terms,
mhm,
like 2% if they pay their invoice in 10 days,
okay.
and they have to pay the full in 45 days, for example.
Okay, so it sounds like they can have a substantial savings if
Yes,
they take advantage of the discount. So
yes,
talk to me a little about that using the word substantial.
okay. Um, uh, each company her has its discount terms.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Depends on the we can no, depends on the size of the job
Mm-hmm.
and the price.
Mm-hmm.
We can give them like starting from 2% discount if they paid their invoice in 10 days. And I say if they have a huge job, this means that they have a substantial saving of money
Okay,
if paid in the first 10 days.
very good. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. Now, with this substantial savings,
Substantial.
there's opportunity to have gainful. Let's see, how could I use gainful? In this sense, we're gaining something, we're obtaining something gainful. If you can make enough sales, your company can continue to have gainfully employed personnel. The people that are working there can remain gainfully employed because your customers are receiving substantial savings by using the discount, and the discounts comes with inherent opportunities for people to have gainful employment. Again, this is just practice trying to use the words in a way that makes sense. It may not be the best way, but we're understanding how to use the words right now.
Yeah, okay.
So now we're working with the word gainful.
Yeah. Um, gameful, gameful employment. I- the company, when the company give discounts to the customers, and the customers uh, uh, do substantial um, uh, substantial, let's see, substantial saving. This means that they are inherent, the company inherent, um, uh, um, uh, I don't know.
Well, go back to what you do know. Go back to what you know.
Okay.
There's, as an alternative, the engineers provide prescribed numbers for the customers. The customers are able to receive substantial savings when they pay in advance and get things discounted. And the fact that the company is saving their customers money, the employees can continue to have gainful employment. Okay, it is not necessarily that easy to use all of the words. Sometimes some words don't make sense. My goal is for you to try to understand how words are used, not just in the one lesson, but in any lesson that you, or any conversation. When words come up, you don't have to stop and think, what is this person talking about? You will understand it. We talked about the word incarceration. Incarceration means that someone has been imprisoned for something that they've done. And we could say that in a large company, sometimes an employee will be incarcerated because they have been lured by the opportunity to do something that is dishonest. And when they do something that is dishonest, they most likely will be put in jail or incarcerated. The amount of people that are wrongdoers in a company is marginal, which is a small number. But even though a small number or marginal number of employees want to have gainful employment on an honest basis, they do exist. All right. So I'm just playing with the words, making sense out of them. I would not necessarily use these words, but because these were the words in our story today, I want to make a little game, if you will, of the words so that you really understand what these words mean. That's the goal for today. Okay? All right. I'm going to stop the recording. And
how can I hear it again, or?
I'm going to send it to you in about 10 minutes. At the end of this class, I'm going to send it to you.
Okay, thank you.
All right. But first, I've got to figure out how to get this down.
Escape. You can do escape. Just
Okay.
the screen smaller.